We just finished the inaugural Columbus event for Barrett-Jackson, and this was the top dog, the big seller, 918 Porsche Spider. She is gorgeous, went for $2.4 million. Million dollars. Tyler, what do you think? Are you in love?
It is incredible. We're going to take you through all the big sellers today at the first Barrett-Jackson Columbus auction, but this 918 is the top dog, almost $2.5 million, but it's easy to see why. This thing's gorgeous.
It's so cool. It's part of the hypercar Holy Trinity. But guess what? This one is the fastest. 0 to 60, 2.2 seconds. And this paint, liquid metallic paint, liquid metallic silver. It is so cool. And do you know what they do for this paint? It's statically electric charged aluminum. These flat, tiny, tiny pieces of aluminum. That's when it's sprayed. They repel each other in the air, and then they lay down perfectly flat. They have 10 layers of that gives this molten liquid look.
The girl's talking about the paint, but the paint is pretty cool.
It's so cool. $63,000 for this particular paint. That's the most expensive paint Porsche's ever offered.
It's pretty insane, the paint job. I make the joke, but it is really cool. And then, yeah, it's like over $100,000 in options in this thing, right?
Yeah, it's so amazing. I love it. Look at the top exit titanium exhaust.
Now we're talking.
Like, that's where it's at. Porsche had to rethink the entire thermal layout. They mounted that 4.6 naturally aspirated V8 low at an angle to shoot out all the heat, all the flames, and protect everything around it. I mean, this is the sexiest car. I feel like this is one of the sexiest cars I've seen in person. Of course, not as sexy as the GNX, but this one's pretty top.
You're crazy. Obviously, I have love goggles for GNXs, just like you do with me in my face. But of the hypercar Holy Trinity, this is actually the lowest horsepower one, but like you said, it is the fastest accelerating one.
Why you gotta talk bad about it?
Because it has the electric motors making it all-wheel drive. That's why it beats the LaFerrari in the P1 as far as in a drag race.
It has 2 electric motors.
Yes.
One in the front and one wedged between the transmission and this mid-engine here. I mean, Tyler Hoover, how could you not be in love with this? This is a rocket ship. Look, do you know what this button is right here? That's the hot lap button. So it releases all 887 horses all at once for one glorious lap, one time around. I mean, like, I would just keep pressing that button all the time.
It's cool to see one that isn't burned to a crisp from this way back, you know.
Right, it's a good spec to learn how to rebuild off of, right?
You think they would notice we took the rear subframe off of this one and sent it to Freddie, because that's what he's needing to finish his. But
the subframe?
Yes.
The monocoque?
Well, there's the whole part that holds the engine here. So this is a monocoque, and then there's the whole drivetrain part. But what's crazy is this is sort of a last-minute addition, no reserve, along with a crazy Porsche collection, about a dozen cars, all Porsches, all race cars, all big wings. So this thing has the aftermarket Weissach wing. And you see the Who's Garage video. I picked one up. I got one.
Yeah, you did.
But should we go through this row first before we go over there?
But before we get to that, you know your data's everywhere online, right? Your private information, it's literally on a silver platter for scammers, stalkers, strangers to feast on. It's all out there. And check this, you know what's even crazier? Websites legally publish and make money from our personal information, right? Our names, court records, credit scores, political views, cars we own, it's all out there. We're just sitting ducks, right? Your address, number, social security number, email, they're being actively bought and sold online. But check this, I got a site, Incogni, right? It's the fix we need. They track down and remove all the personal data from the sites, online directories, people search sites, even commercial databases. And even better, they've got this custom removal feature that targets specific sites you feel most exposed at. Just send them a link and a dedicated privacy expert handles everything else. Now you can protect your privacy. It takes 3 easy steps. 1, you create an account with minimal information, because that's the point, right? You don't want your info out there. 2, authorize them to remove your personal data. They legally contact hundreds of data brokers and websites for you. And 3, the best part, data removal. Removal from data brokers across the internet and any extra sites you request. Now, Incogni, it's the first and only personal data removal service independently verified by third party that confirms Incogni actually removes personal data from hundreds of sites and private databases. So scammers, they can't harm you if they can't find you. So take back your personal data with Incogni. Use code April's Deal at the link below and get 60% off annual plans. Incogni.com/April's Deal. I mean, there's a Ford GT here that went for $1 million.
Just a mere $1 million for the Heritage.
Cool million. But I've never seen this livery on a car. And they have exposed carbon fiber up front. And look at the interior, Tyler. Have you seen this? This is really gorgeous suede seats, beautiful carbon fiber details all in the middle. You got your little paddle shifters up there. I mean, like, this is a sports car that's comfortable to drive, easy to drive.
I agree, and they knocked it out of the park with this Heritage color as far as what went and won Le Mans in '66. And rather than it being black, like April pointed out, in the original race car, they decided to make it the exposed carbon fiber for what would have been the black portions of the race car, and that is so cool. So this is a carbon fiber body, carbon fiber wheels, big ceramic brakes, and then that twin turbo EcoBoost in the back.
What about the buttresses, the flying buttresses design? That's the architectural design that they use to have the air wrap around the cockpit. I love your flying buttress. You like my buttress?
I do.
Thank
and
you.
It's the dual exhaust at the middle. It's pretty. This is the most expensive of the Ford GTs to sell. There were 3 of them that actually rocked the block. I think one has already, no, it's down at the end, so we can make our way over. But stop, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. Because it's a Black Series.
It's a Black Series. These were really hard to get when they first came to America. Well, there's about 400 here in America. They made 1,700 total. Only 400 here. They were super hard to get. And there's one here.
So they put a big engine, I'd not say bigger, it's 4-liter twin turbo V8, same as my AMG GT, which is this based on, but tuned to 720 horsepower. The big change, flat plane crank V8 on the GTRs, and then the Black Series, even more horsepower, and then the racing sort of body kit to it. So the extra wide body, the big wings. And
look at the gills up front. I mean, like, this is a sexy ride.
Right. The MSRP on this thing would have been around 330-ish thousand new, and it sold for 380,000. So well over what it cost new, which is expected.
Oh yeah, that's a great car. That's great to have. And then here's the other Ford GT.
The second of the third, and this one is different. It's not a Heritage. It's just a studio collection. So just like
say just.
It's not a Heritage. It's a studio. So like a design house. Like, let's do something wild and crazy. And I don't think they did very many of the studio cars. I think it was maybe around 20 or so.
Right.
Pretty low production.
They did. This is one of only 20. You're right. You do know a little bit about cars once in a while.
466 miles on this one, so pretty low. And this is second place when it comes to the Ford GTs at $785,000.
It's so gorgeous.
Did you notice the wheels?
What's up with the wheels?
Aftermarket.
Really? Okay.
So they're scared probably. I wonder if it comes with the original carbon fiber wheels, which are very delicate and very expensive to replace, but of course, amazingly light. So if you're actually going to use the car, maybe you get a second aftermarket and rock it that way. That would make sense to me if you planned on driving it.
I mean, didn't you kind of do that with your Bugatti?
You're forced to, because you're not paying $100,000 for tires. I would be worried about spending $50,000, $100,000 for wheels if you drove it and broke one, right?
Right.
A pothole in Ohio, that would be bad. So
Boss 429. Oh, I was jumping ahead of you.
You don't
want to talk
want to do
about
this
puppy?
one? This is a cool custom, and it actually brought some decent money. 67 Chevelle.
$165,000. What do you know about a 67 Chevelle, Tyler? Because you talk about them a lot.
Chevelles are kind of my kryptonite because I was not a fan of them. I mean, it's not something I really lusted after or followed as a kid, but I've had to learn a lot. So this one, they did the LS under hood and all the upgrades and all that stuff. But the only thing I like to do is 67, the taillights wrap all the way around. 66, it was just inset. That was the big change year to year to tell it to do 66, 67. That's sort of my go-to in that situation.
Well, my go-to is I had a 67 El Camino.
Which
is pretty much exactly the same as this, except you got the glorious truck bed in the back, and it's a total dew magnet. El Caminos, that's where it's at. This Boss 429.
Be careful. Be very, very, very careful.
What?
Because this is a museum piece, irreplaceable, crazy thing.
It actually really is, and it has super low miles, but it's perfectly original Survivor. Went for almost $1 million, which is a world record for the Boss 429.
So this is original paint, 5,000 or 4,000 original miles on this thing, and it is a real deal Boss 9.
Look,
so what is sticker?
All the documentation on it. Sticker, 49,000. You know, the original owner's son was here, and he told me he used to ride the school bus home when he was in high school and tell girls, hey, come, I'll take you for a ride in my Boss 429. So they'd come to his house. He would sneak the car out when his dad wasn't home just to pick up girls, and that's
Whoa.
a great idea. And then Dad would come home and be like, "Hey, did you take my boss out for a spin?" And be like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about." I think someone else used to do that too.
Good thing, yeah, I used to do that to Dad, but not to impress girls. Girls, there's no hope for me in high school for a girl to be even within 50 feet of me, unfortunately. But this one, he sold it in 2007, I think, when the original owner passed.
Yep.
So it was in a collection for a while, and then brought a big money, almost $1 million, $950,000.
Right. But you're saying it's a museum piece, like any boss that's being restored, they need to look at this as sort of the blueprint on what you're supposed to do with them.
But what's wild is it was, for a couple of years, it was drag race, it was driven as intended, and they thought, okay, time to put it away, which is crazy. So speaking of crazy.
Are you going to tell me this is just a regular Ford GT?
It is just a regular Ford GT, but the paint is very unique on this one.
Yeah, it's
so not
gorgeous.
a Heritage, but it's this matte, what do they call it, glacier, I think, something like that.
Yeah, it has a little bit of a blue hue to it, and it's a flat matte finish, and it's really beautiful. It's totally different than the other two. A huge variety here.
Diamond blue, $75,000 in options, so highly optioned of just, not a carbon series, not, the Heritage or that kind of stuff, but still a very highly optioned one that sold for $830,000.
And this one has the carbon fiber wheels that you were talking about.
Right.
Are those the original wheels?
Those are the original carbon fiber wheels, so that is correct, yes.
And
yes,
it's
it
carbon
is.
ceramic brakes?
And it's ceramic brakes.
Wow.
Carbon
okay.
fiber wheels, ceramic brakes. Latest and greatest performance.
That's sweet. Okay, where are we going? We're going to the Porsche collection?
Well, can we stop by the Shelbys first?
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. So didn't you have one of these?
Yeah, it was a race car and all that. I sold it in Vegas a few years ago.
Which was so hard to drive, wasn't it?
It was pretty, it was a wild, crazy race car, but it started life like this. But this one, pretty special because it's a manual optioned GT 350 and the Hertz Winter Racers for like $6 a day and 60 cents a mile.
Like people for real rented this?
You could rent this
like
from Hertz.
Strangers just go to the dealer, not the dealer, they just go and rent these from Hertz?
From Hertz, all over the country, and people did all kinds of crazy things with them. They would even go racing with them while they were renting them. So this one sold for $151,000. It is the real deal and numbers matching.
Ooh, okay, so that's fancy.
I was very itchy with this one.
You were not, stop it, seriously?
I wanted it really bad.
But you've had one.
I think this is a great investment to get one numbers matching with the manual and in this nice a condition for $150,000.
Was yours not numbers matching?
No,
okay.
no. It was very much race car and blown
up. Well, so
up.
this is a lot more expensive than because it was number matching, $151,000.
Correct, but I think that'll be a great one to buy and hold on to because of its specialness. And speaking of special, I was surprised by the price of this one because of the lime gold. Usually it's not a very popular color, but then you don't see it very often. And it's a GT 350, not a 500. It sold for $180,000, but the big benefit, again, manual transmission from the factory. It's a big premium when they're manual versus automatic.
Look at how beautiful it is inside with that wood-trimmed wheel. I mean, these are gorgeous. The vinyl seats that have a texture to them. This is, I wouldn't want to drive it though, because the paint looks like it's stunning, like they just painted it, and it's super shiny, super beautiful. Like, I'd be worried to drive any of these, to be honest.
It'd be hard to pick for me between the two. The Lime Gold 67, beautiful car. The Hertz, though, the colors and story and all that stuff, pretty incredible. But what's crazy is these are both real deal Shelbys.
Yeah.
Real deal, documented, numbers matching, special. But then Eleanor's, tribute Eleanor's, sell
Yes.
for more than these two combined.
Right.
That's the thing. These customs have just taken over, and these Eleanor tribute editions. This one, $325,000 with a Coyote engine.
That's so crazy. The pepper gray paint with the stripes going down. I mean, like, look, inside you got the Go Baby Go button.
Yes.
And it's
again, a manual
signed.
transmission.
Signed by Carol Shelby.
It is.
This is a sweet ride.
Very cool. And the NOS in the back with that Go Baby Go, because of course in the film, Nick Cage in the climax had to jump over the pile of cars. So we had 5 or 6 of these Eleanors across the block in the last 3 days. So it was ranging from under $100,000 to I think $400,000 or $500,000. So it's quite a range, and it just depends on how well they're built. And this one was very, very nice.
I want to open it, but I don't want to get in trouble.
Just subwoofer.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And some rags to wipe it down.
I don't want to get my fingerprints on it. So I'll have evidence that I was touching the cars and I'll get in trouble.
And I should mention, we are holding the microphones up close because of this music, and it's April's favorite music.
I do classic rock radio, so then when I hear classic rock, I'm like, oh no, I'm at work right now.
All right, so should we go over to the Porsches?
Shall we? We shall.
There is one honorable mention that I got kind of itchy when this one sold, the Ghost.
Oh, seriously?
The Ghost sold for $60,000, which this was $300 and something thousand dollars new.
Did someone take it?
No, she's folded down.
But like if it rains, does it just pool
No,
in
there's
there?
another piece that should have folded all the way up, so it was an incomplete operation of the mechanism or something like that.
Got it.
Should we go over to the other Porsches from that 918 collection and the one that I happened to snag?
I'm so excited you got that. You have no idea.
Okay, here is the row, and this is some crazy stuff here, because this is a 2011 911 Turbo S, which is a very expensive collectible Porsche, modern collectible.
Right.
This one sold for $100,000, and that's not too far off from what a normal one would go for, but this one, crazy RSR wide body treatment, crazy wing. Every one of these got a wing stuck on it.
It's gorgeous. It's very cool. The carbon fiber all over. You got your custom roll cage in the back. I mean, like, this is fun. This is a race car. It doesn't even look street legal, is it?
It is technically street legal because it was originally a street legal car, but I don't think you'd want to do it. And then this one, it fooled me. I thought it was a newer 911, like a 996 body because of the rear, but this is actually a 1990 turbo swapped engine and a cabriolet. And it sold for pretty big money.
Yeah, $95,000 for that one. I mean, she is wide. Look at those hips in the back.
Yeah, and that is not a factory nose on this one. So it's very different, like a Gambala style, I think.
Oh my gosh, this one went for a lot. 300. Oh,
No.
sorry.
No, it did not. It did not.
I thought it was $300,000.
No, I mean,
Stop it.
this is cool, but it is a ridden hard race car. So it's an 85 Carrera, originally a narrow body car. And this thing was campaigned and raced for a really long time. Kind of an infamous race car called Vader. And, it's faded. It has patina and all that stuff. $32,000. If you're buying like a high mileage 85 Carrera itself that was kind of in similar condition, it'd sell for that. But this is just basically a track weapon.
This is what I need. This is what I need to like really learn how to whip one of these around the track, and you're not worried about banging it up, beating it up. I mean, like, and it's fun and it's sexy. I think it's still a really cool look.
It's pretty cool. And then over here, this is also part of the collection, and it is not a real Ferrari 250 GTO. If it were, this would be $30 to $50 million. So it is
it did get some jingle jangle, as you would say.
It sold for big money. It's got a Chevy V8 in it, but it's a Datsun. So it's a 1979 Datsun 280Z that's been made to look like a Ferrari, and it is hilarious.
Look at these leather straps on the hood.
Yep.
That's very cool. I love the livery on it.
Yep,
It's definitely been driven hard.
This cowl-mounted tachometer right here.
Yeah,
But
that looks cool.
you would fool some people thinking this is like a beat-up old race Ferrari base with all the patina and all that stuff. And I think it is a metal body conversion, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and there's a stallion down there that they ripped off somewhere and just tacked it on.
But at one point, the Ferrari 250 GTO is the most expensive, like, the collector car to ever sell.
Oh, yeah.
So it's funny to see one done as a pretty well done tribute, and $140,000 is a lot for a Datsun, but low for a 250 GTO, obviously.
Tell me about this one, Tyler.
Another track car.
For $45,000.
$45,000, about right for a track car. First year impact bumper, I believe, 911T, and it's been upgraded with a 3-liter and all that stuff. But once again, full out, crazy race car, completely stripped out and things. So you just go have fun racing with this thing. It is not a street car. No mo.
And this was all just one collection.
One collection with that 918.
Right.
One guy had all this stuff. Same with the Porsche Speedster, which I think this is definitely a replica, but it sold for $53,000.
Look at that shifter handle. That's interesting. Is that like stock? Is that normal?
That is, this is a little fancier than most Porsche replica interiors that I've seen.
Got like a banjo style steering wheel too. Very interesting.
The Volkswagen engine in this one, $53,000. That's about right. I think what a nice Speedster replica would sell for. This one though, I've been looking for a 930 turbo for a very, very long time.
Oh, is this the one that got away?
It's because I bought something else in this group. But here's the thing.
Yes?
It is a slant nose conversion.
Cool.
So it started life as a normal 930 with the round headlights.
Right.
And they've done the side strake thing kind of a la Testarossa instead of having those big hips. Mm-hmm. Same with the rocker guards and all that stuff. So in period, it was a very popular thing to do. Its true miles unknown. It has accident history, but $51,000. I haven't seen one of these sell for that number for a long time. My
Really?
dad got one for 40 grand with 8,000 miles like in the 90s.
Okay.
So I was pretty impressed with the number, but you are rolling the dice a bit because they do say it's not documented. It does have accident history. The odometer, we don't know the miles. We don't know if it's been rebuilt or any of that kind of stuff. So you could be spending a lot fixing it up, or you could just rock it as is if the motor's still strong.
Now, is the big thing, like I heard you guys talking earlier about like doing a cold start to really hear what happens, but you can't do that.
You can. I mean, you can hear them start up in the staging lanes as they're moving up. So you can sort of assess it in that sense. I can't really do leak down tests or any detailed assessments of it. So that's why, cars that come with documentation at Barrett-Jackson, people feel a little more confident to bid more. With the, ones that don't, you just got to bid in according to your head, like, hey, if it needs the rebuild, then I need to buy it for X amount, which I think is appropriate, the price for that. So if they have to do the rebuild, they're fine. If they don't, then they hit the lottery.
What's this over here?
One more. GT3 RS with an aftermarket supercharger. Once again, this is never a street legal car. Actually, this one, never street legal, not originally like a Carrera or something like that. So it was always a race car, but it had a supercharger added. It sold for $55,000. The track cars do usually sell for less because they can't be street titled.
That makes sense. But what's going on over here? What's happening?
Well, you can see the Hoovies Garage video on this one, but I didn't think I was going to be able to get this one.
It's so good. I'm so excited.
Started life as a 1990 Carrera 4, so all-wheel drive. But now it has a turbo on it, and a big wing, and a wide body, and a very sparkly paint job, and a really cool interior. And I'm very excited to get it out.
There's this like baby blue metallic flake in it. It's so sexy. Do you know how many Instagram photos I could take with this car?
It's really cool. It was built just recently, within the last 5 years, and then refreshed again just before it showed up at the auction. So
I'm so happy
there's a
you
lot
got
to
this
like
car.
here.
I am so happy. I wasn't expecting you, because I didn't know you had like anything left over to get, because this was,
I don't.
How much was this? $100,000?
I don't have any money.
Does your wife know you spent that much on a car?
Well, my wife better know, because she's paying. She's writing the check.
Right? $100,000.
The sugar mama, didn't we establish this? I got you the GNX, so you got me this for my birthday. Right?
I can find it.
It's my birthday in a couple weeks.
It is, actually. You got a big birthday coming up. Can you see these? Just a little bit.
It's a big one, all right.
Just a little bit of...
Anywho, yes, we can move on.
Experience. We call that experience.
I'm aging poorly.
No, you're not.
But we can move on.
You have a very expressional face. Is expressional a word?
I guess so.
There's one more car that you have to see.
Okay.
So I wanted to show you the Grand National that was here, but it is gone because you know why? The owner that bought it was so excited he had to take it home. Yeah, I don't know what this is. This is pretty wild.
It's a stretched Corvette that sold for $17,500. So we'll have to end on something else.
It's really cool.
It's crazy. The Grand National was modified though, a bigger turbo, the intercooler really relocated to the front, and I think it sold for around $45,000.
Right, which is about right for a modified Grand National.
I mean, it can be. There's a lot of variables. We bought the one at Palm Beach in 2023 for 33 or something like that, which I thought was a pretty good score.
That was a good buy.
It was a good score.
But you're good at what you do.
Well,
finding the right
sometimes. We didn't get this one though.
We're on a mission from God. This is amazing. Do you know what movie it's from? Come on, you know.
I know it has a tornado siren on the roof.
That is not. That is an air raid siren from the Cold War era, which I don't think it's an actual.
It would double as a tornado siren. I mean, there's no way they replicated that, because they just probably took the guts out of it because it'd be so heavy inside.
I mean, it looks like they painted it to look cool. Obviously, they hoopty mounted it. That's what. But it's not the actual car from the Blues Brothers. And then even in the Blues Brothers, they had a Dodge Monaco.
This is a Newport, so it doesn't even have the cop suspension, cop brakes, cop engine, all that stuff. Because this would have been like a civilian luxury version of the same bodies. But the Newport is close enough, but then you go inside and it's the luxurious green fancy interior, or at least it was before I had the seat covers on it.
Oh my gosh, it smells like an old car. I wish you could smell that. It's great. This is one of the greatest movies ever made. Dun, 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 dun.
Good one to end on, I guess.
It's pretty cool. This is awesome. I love this movie. It's been a great auction. This is went for $15,000.
$15,000.
That's not bad. That'd be fun to have at the house.
I suppose.
We missed out on it. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the like button, the subscribe button. Just hit all my buttons, baby. Thanks for watching.